So first off, let me say I'm trying a mic right in front of me because someone said, hey, the sound is bad. And I've heard that before. I've tried different mics. The other one was farther away. This one's closer, so I can help you with the sound. I've also had comments about, hey, you're ugly. I can't figure out how to fix this, but I can fix the sound. So let's see if the sound's better. If it sounds crappy, let me know. Otherwise, if it sounds better, let me know. I'd appreciate it. All right, let's get started. All right, so today I thought I would take a look at core developers. Developers that are responsible for the architecture of the actual blockchain itself. Why? Well, I always like to look at metrics, but first let me say, I forgot this is crypto for the rest of us. I do this 6 days a week. That's the name of the show. Sometimes twice a day. I do this for myself because I try to learn as much as I can about crypto because I'm invested in quite a bit. And if I am, at the recording of the video, invested in whatever I'm talking about, I always say that. Big dumb animal, don't do what I do. Okay. I put out videos quite a bit on various blockchains, particularly ICP and Hedera, and projects that are being built upon them. We want to see momentum. We want to see that these things are being built on and they're being used. Recently, Hedera had, Atma.io that I guess stopped using it for some reason. Not sure why. Maybe they were just testing it. I don't know, but some of their transactions per second had gone down. But regardless, there's what's being used and built upon it. But then there's also, is this thing still being built? Is it still being made better? Are they still putting in new functionality? That sort of thing. So I thought when I came across this cool site, Token Terminal, that I would take a look at some of their metrics. They have a million different metrics, but let's look at core developers, the individuals that are creating the code, changing the code, modifying the code, upgrading the code, and committing it. In other words, it's going live. So if we look at layer ones on either CoinMarketCap, this is by market cap. These are their layer one category. Of course, you've got the largest being Ethereum, Solana, BNB, TRON, Cardano, Toncoin, Avalanche. You go down here, Sui, Polkadot, some new ones, Near, Internet protocols down here, and then you go a little further, you got Hedera. Fairly similar list, but you see Internet Computer down here and Hedera. Now these numbers are not with respect to their listing in this category of layer one. The numbers are with respect to their overall listing of all crypto. Okay, so Token Terminal, what you can do is amazing. It's got a lot of information. I'm just looking at the free version. I didn't sign up yet. I may. You go under metrics. You can choose various metrics on the side here. I chose, as you can see here, core developers. I think this is very interesting. Ethereum has the most core developers. Now this is a daily is all I can get, which I'm assuming, and I believe it's today because as of November 6th, 155 core developers. I believe that means they're active, meaning within a certain period of time, they've probably committed or done something. Next is Cosmos. Then we have Internet Computer, and then we have Hedera. You can choose what type of crypto. I chose blockchains L1. And you've got Polkadot, Kusama, Cardano, Multiverse X, Sui, Solana. Okay, so you heard me read those names, starting with Ethereum, Cosmos, Internet Computer, and Hedera, then Polkadot, Sui, Solana, Aptos, Stellar, Filecoin. But if we looked at the layer one, number one, well, let's just say, forget Bitcoin for the moment, Ethereum, Solana. Okay, Ethereum and Solana, that makes sense. Ethereum's here. Solana was down here, 62. Ethereum has 155. But ICP has 114. Hedera has 109. That's significant. They're number 3 and number 4 in core developers for a level 1 blockchain, when by market cap, oh my goodness, look, Cardano came up first, Sui came up first, Near, here's Internet Computer way down there, and Hedera way down there. I think that's significant that they've got that many core developers. I also found them under infrastructure. In other words, they're listed ICP and Hedera under infrastructure. And you've got, first off, Chainlink, 116. That makes sense. ICP, 114. Then we've got OpMainNet. And then we've got Hedera at 109. Sui, 74. And then it goes down. Others you'll recognize as it goes down through the list. Again, Hedera and ICP within the top 4 under infrastructure. And these top 4 are significantly more than the rest of them in terms of core developers. All right, then next, I look at, well, okay, so you got a bunch of developers doing stuff, code commits. Code commits, let's start with layer 1 blockchains, Injective, Internet Computer, Gnosis, Cardano, Ethereum, Flow, Multiverse. Hedera is here, but it's down here at about 3,000 code commits, whereas Internet Computer's at 12,000 code commits. This is in the last 180 days, the past 6 months. Past 90 days, Injective, Internet Computer still second. Ethereum's a little higher there, a lot going on. In the last 90 days, you come down the list, you've got Hedera over here. Let's see the last 30 days. Injective, Internet Computer, Ethereum, the same ones, and about Hedera down here, about the same. Okay, so Internet Computer, killing it in terms of core developers and code commits. Hedera, core developers, killing it as well. Now, one can make the argument, I'm sure, that, well, maybe the blockchain is like a crummy car and it just has to keep going in for fixes. I don't think that's the case, but we've been seeing, if you look at the roadmap of particularly ICP and Hedera, you'll see they have a lot of things on the roadmap that are being completed and worked on. So it doesn't surprise me that they have new code commits, and those are new features and new functionality as opposed to fixing other stuff. We know Ethereum with the, was it 6 different things that the founder came out with, and he had 6 different phases of upgrades that they're going to make. So it's no surprise that Ethereum's also up there with many changes. We want to see that. Now, if you go under projects instead of metrics, I'm going to put a link to Token Terminal, but tokenterminal.com, easy enough. You go under projects, and if you look on the left-hand side here, you can search projects, but it's not as if they only have 2 or 3. A lot of these metric sites only have a couple. This list goes on and on. I mean, you've got it's got to have close to the top 200 or 400 projects. Hedera, here we are under Hedera. On the right-hand side, I chose core developers and code commits again. And you can see how there are these blanks? Each one represents a day. These blanks are Saturdays and Sundays. Pretty much nothing going on Saturdays and Sundays. Makes sense to me. But on a typical day, let's look around here, you've got the blue line represents the core developers that are messing around, and the code commits on a particular day, 28, 26. You can see there's a lot of activity. And this one goes back to May. So that's another, again, this is 6 months. A lot going on. That's great. That's core developers. That's code commits. Let's look at Internet Computer. Just for sake of argument, you've got about around 100 or so, 80 to 100 people, and somewhere around 22 to 44 code commits. ICP, many more people, not that many more people, a steady over 100, but code commits. I mean, we're looking at 100, at any given day is 100. Again, Saturday and Sundays are off. Okay, so you say, great, that's Internet Computer, and you can see here I turned on code commits and core developers. You can look at a lot more information. They have unbelievable amounts of information, revenue, fees, all kinds of stuff. But let's just say we wanted to look and compare, because a popular one everyone talks about, you hear it all the time, Solana. Let's look at Solana, core developers and code commits. Core developers, that's at 62. Back here, it was around 86. You're looking at highs for commits on a particular day of 56. And here, in this particular week, it was down around 15. All right, so what are we learning? Well, I like to watch projects on particular projects. Projects on what? That didn't make any sense. That was a brain fart. Sorry about that. Not a brain freeze. Someone the other day said to me, it's a brain freeze. I was like, no, it's a brain fart. Here's the difference. Brain freeze, you just go like this. Nothing comes out. Brain fart, something comes out and you didn't want it to come out. It was totally unintended. I'm going to look at projects based on projects. That's the difference. That's why you watch my show, because I'm old and I have wisdom and I have experience, and you can learn new things like that. You're welcome. So when we look at the different layer ones, I want to know that not only people are building upon them, real projects. Watch some of my videos or just look online at the various projects being built upon them. It's not just a bunch of meme coins. I mean, that's great. They're generating some revenue, but how long is that going to last? And is that really what you're investing in? A layer one that's just pumping out meme coins? Useless? It's just like tulips. It doesn't make sense. So the second thing is metrics like this on, is the project being built upon? Does it have who has the most developers? Who has the most commits? And you're looking at ICP and Hedera in the top 4 for developers and commits, and they're nowhere near the top 4 in terms of market cap. So to me, that's just another positive, very positive sign for both of those projects, the way they stand now. That was the last 60 days and going forward. I hope this was helpful. Take a look at it. I believe wholeheartedly that it's important to not just know what you've bought, but to keep on top of it to make sure that they're making progress. And I'm big into metrics because I have no other way of believing in a particular project. I don't go on my gut. Oh, I think this one's going to do great, or so-and-so said it's going to. No, I want to see numbers. I want to see something where I can compare one to the other. Have a great day. Hope this was helpful. And as I always say, I hope we can all make generational wealth together with crypto. Thanks for watching.